Shalom Israel. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahushua.
I want to give all honor and glory to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, for being out here pushing this truth and sincerity. All you brothers out there on the highways and byways. We're going to come into this lesson right now. We're going to be talking about the remnant and the few and the scarcity of our nation and how there's a remnant within the nation of Israel itself. And that salvation is not for all. Salvation is only for the nation of Israel and the 1/3 of that nation itself entirely. So we're going to jump into Jeremiah chapter 23. This brother's going to read that for me. We're going to break that down. Yes, ready, brother.
Woe be unto the pastors that, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase.
Stop there. That's right, because right now we're in a lowly state. Our people are low as hell. We're in a very down, destructive state. So the Lord's talking about bringing our people back up to our righteous prosperity and where our true position in this world is, being the judges and fulfilling this work for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Verse 4. And I will set up shepherds over them which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord.
Stop there, brother. All right, yeah, that's right, because people right now, you have to argue your brothers and sisters of Yasharallah and the nation of Israel that they're Hebrew Israelites. You got to argue that fact to them. And for that fact of them being unaware of who they are and who they are in the spirit, they're dismayed and they're discomforted. And that strife and that struggle of being unaware of who they are causes grief and causes sorrow and pain. So the Lord's talking about in that day, those people are going to be given relief from that sorrow, relief and rest from being messed off for all that period of time and being restored to back who they were, who they're supposed to be. Continue, brother.
Verse 5. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
Khan, and that's talking about Yahushua, okay? Because the king that's going to come back for the second return, when World War III kicks off, is going to be Yahushua, and that's the son of man. That's who the world ignorantly calls and claims to be Jesus Christ. That's not true. Jesus is not his name. His name is Yahushua. All right, that's Paleo Hebrew. That's the name in the breakdown right there, okay? And that's what that's talking about, bringing the king and raising the king up in that day for that time period. The only king that's going to rule in that time is going to be Yahushua. And he is of the tribe of Judah, which will be these so-called Negroes out here. So the Lord is going to be a so-called Negro to y'all, and he's going to be of the tribe of Judah, which is talking about how, that's why it's talking about from David. All right, and it's talking about refilling those breaches and those holes in Judah itself to establish that hierarchy so that we can be built off that foundation. See what I'm saying?
Can I say something real quick on?
Go ahead.
I just wanted to add that, a lot of these Old Testament prophecies and Jeremiah and Isaiah and all these books here, a lot of them are future prophecies. People just need to read them and stop just reading the New Testament, or even for those that just read the Old Testament, everything is written in this book for our learning. And you can put it together, which ones are future prophecy and which one was written about something that happened past tense, which was also written for our learning. Kind of like Sodom and Gomorrah, that happened to them for a reason, and we're living that lifestyle now again.
Doing even worse. Even worse.
Yeah.
Than it was before.
The Lord has a good, a fond way of teaching us, and through the Spirit, everything that He had happened before is happening today, but in the same fashion as it did before, so you can learn that lesson, see how it happened and affected them then, and as it's happening now, see it affect us in the same way. That's the Lord's multiple hitting you roughnecks and you stiff-necked jakes out there that refuse to listen and refuse to be admonished and learn.
6.
Yes, go ahead.
In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is the name whereby he shall be called, the Lord our righteousness.
And that's when the Lord's going to be truly and fully exalted in his righteousness and glory in that day. Because when his people, that remnant, gets brought back up, they're going to be calling out to the Lord, and it's going to be Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right? And they're going to be dwelling in safety, right? Because our people are fully destroyed right now. We're out here jacked up in these streets. The people in the 2/3, man, even if y'all don't want to accept your state and your identity, the fact of the matter is you're the lowliest people of the planet right now. You so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Hispanics out there. Because y'all are struggling. Y'all are in the ghettos. Y'all are in the hoods and having to pay month-to-month checks and all that stuff. So you're going to
living check to check.
Yeah.
All the time.
So you're going to have that moment of clarity and that moment of stability to be able to have relief from your struggles and your sorrows.
It's not just coincidence.
Come on.
7?
Yeah. Slide.
You're good. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Come on. Right. So the Lord right there, that's telling you right there, that's the Lord brought us out of Egypt the first time. And just like this brother just said a couple verses ago, how the Lord will use teaching points from the past to teach us and be relevant in the future today. Because there is nothing new under the sun. And the Lord uses his parables of old to teach in the times of now. And that stuff is all reoccurring, and it reoccurs in cycles. And through the cycle, there's a perfect balance of knowledge and wisdom to be taught through these scriptures. Just like this brother was saying, that's what the purpose of this is. Is to teach.
And I just 1 second. I just wanted to add in and say at least though that you know that's relevant, because now you can see that Edomite spirit is coming back. That hater ass, evil Edomite, they're showing you that they're the devil, man. They're showing you that. And that just lines up with what you just said.
That
because
the spirit of the
right,
wicked.
that the spirit is just on them to be evil as hell. And they can't even help it now. It's like every time you turn a corner, you see Esau being wicked, man.
Exposing the shell.
Right, exposing the hell out themselves.
All right, and then we're going to jump to the precept to that, which is Zechariah 13 and 8. And then we're going to jump on to some other good stuff here. Go ahead and grab that if you already have it, brother.
Man, it's not as bad as it was out here last time.
Woo. Okay, this is Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall be in that day that living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea, and half of them toward the hinder sea. In summer and in winter shall it be.
So that's telling you right there. That's the split of the 2/3 and the 1/3 right there. That's going to get into how it's going to come into in a minute in the next couple verses. Let y'all know that there's a difference between the 2/3, which the Lord has established, and the 1/3. So we already touched base in Jeremiah 23 that there's a remnant within the nation of Israel that's going to be saved. Not only salvation is not for the entire world, but salvation is only for 1/3 of that of Israel itself, of Yasharallah. But this is going to tell you also that it's going to be 1/3 of them. This is your proof to that fact. Continue, brother.
And the Lord shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one.
And that's going to let you know that that this truth is going to be ended in the fact that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is the complete and supreme ruler over the nation of Israel and over this whole world, in fact. And alongside with Elohim, that's the reason that this truth has been delivered to this point. All right. Is that 13? We're talking about the 2/3, right?
Right here on 10.
Is it get into that? Or am I mistaken for that? All right.
Come on.
You want to pause that right quick?
Yeah.
Hopefully I gave this brother the right precept, because I was like, man, this ain't sounding like what I thought it was going to say.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so yeah, to start 13 and 8, and that's going to go into 2/3, 1/3. Okay, all right, you ready?
Yeah, y'all good. Go.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be continued, Salak. This is going to be Zechariah 13 and 8, and like I was saying just before, that's going to prove that this remnant of Yasharallah is going to be 1/3 of the entire whole of the nation to be saved. It's going to be 1/3 or 2/3. 2/3 is going to be cut off and destroyed. Go ahead, brother.
Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off, and die, but the third shall be left therein.
Con, so that's it right there. Let you know right there what that two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. Right, the third is that hopeful house of David right there, the elect, the 144, 12,000 men, righteous men of each tribe right there. The other 2/3, the rest of the nation of Israel is gonna be cut off and you're gonna be suffering death, man. Cause y'all ain't right out here, man. My nation ain't right out here. All you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Hispanics out here preaching this truth, man. We need to be standing together and understanding who we are as Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga was trying to hit me with the light.
But even more so, it don't matter anyways, because as it says in Zechariah,
Oh,
as it says in Zechariah 13:8, only 1/3 is gonna suffer this truth and be sanctified for this salvation. Salvation is not for all of Israel, it's only for 1/3. Continue, brother.
Verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call upon my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God.
Con, it says I will bring the third part through that fire. So that third part that does receive salvation and sanctification from the Lord is going to be put through fire, and it's going to be tested and forged through affliction and through suffering and through hardship.
that's why you got random fucked up occurrences happening to men of the Lord all the time. Your life is supposed to suck. It's supposed to suck.
Con, and that's a precept to 9 and 24. I mean, 9 and 24 can be precepted all day. But that Job 9 and 24 is the word we got to have.